It's time for a round of Q&A session where I ask my chat. I don't ask my chat. My chat asks, and I pretty much answer whatever. It's just my Twitch chat. Thank you, Holiday Pizza, for the gifted subs again, though. Why do I always wear a white t-shirt? By the way, I have like multiple white t-shirts. The reason that I wear white t-shirts, I guess in the beginning it was more of a simple uniform. I don't want to always like change outfits. Like wearing something nice on stream, I guess, would be cool to show you like my different wardrobe. But at the end of the day, if you're doing this shit every day, it kind of gets boring. And there's also this like, you know how like when you go to school or something and you wear like the same shit twice, the next day you might think other people are judging you. And now you have to think extra hard about your different outfits. Never wanted to think about that. So I was like, if I'm always wearing the white t-shirt, then that's just always gonna be, you know, the standard. There's also a psychological component to this. You'll notice that I never flex my material wealth. I never go out and show you, hey, look at all these different things that I bought, guys. Look at all this money I'm making. I think that there is a level of authenticity and relatability that happens when you show yourself as like, I'm not trying to say that I'm carefully crafting an image of someone that is like devoid of materialistic needs and goods, but that's kind of like me. I'm a very minimalistic person that doesn't really like go on to buy a lot of fancy things. If I need something like a nice chair, then I'll ball out and buy a Herman Miller chair. If I need something really good, I'll invest a lot of money into it. But for the most part, I don't go out and buy a lot of shit. I just invest all my money and try to be safe as possible. So like having this like white t-shirt, it kind of like brings in this like cozy, comfortable relatedness of like, hey, it's just a random dude in an apartment just yapping. I could totally see myself as him. That level like relatability and authenticity definitely plays into it. I mean, even if you look at the cans, right? The cans, sorry, it's blocked by the chat right now, but you know my tower of bubbly cans? Those cans, like, basically, it's another way of like showing my personality, but at the same time showing you like the authenticity of a person that doesn't really care about like materialistic goods. It's just a tower of cans. People call it like I'm like the trash king, but like, all right, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just that. It doesn't need to be that deep. Will we do Fate lore content? When the time for milking Fate comes, yes. I don't just go out and just farm Fate out of nowhere. But if like Fate Strange Fake is airing, for example, then it's trending topic. So I might like go on and actually do that. Why do I bleach my hair? The first time that I got hair like this done, so I think it was in college. It was after a round of midterms, and I was like, going into that round of midterms, I was like very antisocial and secluded and living like a hermit life. There's a lot of fucked up things happening in my life back then, and I was very depressed and I was very locked in as a Sigma lion, which is very cringe to say. But after that midterm and everything went well, I felt like something needed to change. Like I'm getting into a new gear. So I bleached my hair and got it done, and it looked pretty good. And ever since then, I've just been keeping up with that image. It's just like, the dyeing of the hair honestly like represented like a different phase of me. Sounds cringe, but like the me before this hair was like a very depressing person. And then after it, I felt like I could do anything. It's very, it's a weird psychological thing. And now, since I've been doing content creation forever with this hair, if I changed it, it'd look kind of weird, so I just kind of keep it around. What's my least favorite Ben 10 alien so far? Least favorite doesn't mean that the alien is bad. Ripjaw is kind of interesting. He just swims though. Stinkfly, he flies, he's stinky. Gray matter is tiny, smart. I don't know. I thought it was Ghost Freak for a while because I didn't realize Ghost Freak's like potential until like, and Ghost Freak still hasn't really done anything except Flash the Zombozo, so maybe Ghost Freak. I don't know. I like every other mode seems to be very good. Ghost Freak just kind of like phases through walls, but maybe a Ripjaw. I don't know. Will there be Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2 reaction? No. Unless you voted in. Prove to me that you actually want Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2 by having a poll. Win it, and I'll simply react to it. Why do I stream that late? I stream when I want to because I don't have a schedule. I just do whatever I want to. I don't sacrifice my sleep, and I don't sacrifice my gym. I don't compromise on those things. That's why the streaming schedule constantly fluctuates. But I will be live every day. How do I rank Doji, Roswell, and Betelgeuse? They're all peak to me. I love all of those characters. Have I finished Squid Game Season 2? Yes. The ending? I'm not gonna lie, I wanted more of the games happening. I'm a little disappointed that it just turned out into a shootout. It did escalate the plot into us actually confronting the people who run the game, but I wanted more of like the games to happen. And the very end, it is pretty shocking that a lot of people just died like that. I thought that they would like show us some like favor that like, oh, we're surrendering right now. It's also very frustrating a couple characters pussied out and let a lot of other characters die. But it does make Season 2, like the cliffhanger does make it very exciting. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the summer. Do I eat any of the other Havoc flavored chips? What a random assumption, what a random observation you've made. I enjoy the Korean bulgogi flavored Havoc flavored chips the most. Partially because that's the only flavor they sell in the Walmart here. How do I feel about the majority of anime in 2024? I don't think there's anything really been different between 2023 and 2024. Just a bunch of fucking garbage isekais and, you know, rom-com ecchi baits with sprinklings of amazing animes here and there. Pikachu, my favorite Pokemon? Pikachu is, where is it? Pikachu is not my favorite Pokemon. But he could be, I don't know. I never really thought too much of it. The reason Pikachu is the mascot is that the profile picture that Pikachu is on like that little... He's like on a little tube, right? Like Pikachu's on a little tube and he's in water and he's just drinking and sipping with sunglasses on. He's like on vacation mode. And that's kind of like the vibes that I wanted to capture in my reaction channel where we're just chilling. We're just watching anime and having fun. Also, the color... Here's a little sweatiness of it. The color palette of the Pikachu profile picture. What is it? Blue, yellow, red, and white. These are very strong colors that captures the attention of the audience immediately. There's a psychological component of like the color palette there and how like attractive it seems to the common eye subconsciously. What's my favorite smoothie flavor? I don't really have one. What anime characters do I think would be good Omnitrix users? Ayano Koji from Classroom of the Elite. I don't know. I'm trying to... Like, the people that would be worst to use the Omnitrix, right? Would be, like... people who are very... egotistical... and have a very strong sense of justice that... is, like, lawful evil, almost. That's bad, though. You need, like, selfless people. You need people who don't want the Omnitrix. People who desire the Omnitrix are going to be always the people who are going to be abusing it. People that never want the power are like the perfect candidates to give them that power. What's the ingredients in my smoothie? Chia seeds, 4 scoops of like 120 grams of protein powder because I drink that shit over 2 days, so it's 60 grams per day of the smoothies, 30 grams per each cup. Frozen fruits and vegetables, and I blend that shit up. What's some good snacks I can recommend? I don't know. Beef jerky? What's my thoughts on QQ so far? I love QQ so far. It's a very wholesome and... Not wholesome. It's a very fun show. It's genuinely very fun. It's we haven't gotten to the part where people are getting upset at it, right? Because I think a lot of people are upset at the ending and they broadly label the show as trash because of how it ended. But to me, it hasn't happened yet. I'm just enjoying the ride. How much do I pay Sir Gregor? I'm paying Sir Gregor the average salary of a new grad in Canada. I don't want to give you a ballpark number. It kind of compromises his negotiating powers, I guess, with other editor pays too, but it is market rate, I'm pretty sure. And it is like roughly like the average new grad salary. Will you cover the Heavenfield trilogy after Unlimited Blade Works? Only if people vote on it. There's no point asking me if I'm gonna watch this show or not. Just vote and win. How does the LA fire affect you in your area? It doesn't. What's the best way to understand who your audience is? By making a video and talking to them. ask them what they want. If I had an opportunity to erase a show you've watched from memory, rewatch it, what show would it be? Probably one of the long-running shows like One Piece, Naruto, right? Just to have that childhood back. Or even something crazy like Attack on Titan, where it's just a crazy twist. Will Madoka be on the next community poll? You tell me. Why are you asking me? Go fucking win it. Go give it likes. What anime character do I think has the best ideals? Ryuga from Beyblade. Even if it's flawed, I enjoy the independence over friendship. Have I ever read webtoons? Yeah, back in the day. What do I enjoy outside of streaming? Fitness, bodybuilding, exercise. Getting pretty into that recently. Best Ichika moment in my opinion during Dangers of My Heart anime. Best Ichika moment. Probably the speech. The speech episode definitely stands out. He like forgot his notes and he was panicking and he had to improvise, right? And before his sister came to the auditorium, he decided to fuck it. Let me just go all out. Talking from the perspective of, let's say, like Yamada, right? That was a good time. Probably one of his best moments. Does watching Fate Unlimited Blade Work animation affect my opinion of other animes you're watching this season? It's not just Unlimited Blade Works. That's been happening since Fate Zero. It's been happening since Demon Slayer. Anytime a Studio UFO table shows up with their anime, it just... the quality difference is crazy. It truly is crazy, just the skill gap there is. My favorite anime? I don't really have one. It's hard to tell off the bat. There's probably a bunch of animes. I don't have a definitive favorite. Who's my favorite protagonist? I usually hate most protagonists. I think most protagonists are fucking boring, as they're just a vessel as like the power of friendship guy. I hate that shit. That's why I always prefer the antagonists or side supporting characters. What gave me the idea to suit it for finale? Having some sort of tradition and culture in a community is nice. And because I've always had a suit, but I don't really have a chance to wear it anymore because I don't really like, you know, go to business meetings or have like a corporate job anymore. It's like a nice little thing where it's like, all right, you know, it's like you pulling out the suit for a finale. It's like an important thing. It's funny, right? There's also the gap contrast of me not wearing pants, yet still wearing a suit. Something about that's, you know, also funny because of the contrast. So kind of just became a thing in the channel. Favorite character from SAO? Oh, favorite character from SAO. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is a fantastic character, but he's a little too soft vanilla for me. I need some toxicity. Shinon was great in GGO, but kind of got benched later on as, you know, just another waifu. Kaiba? Kaiba. Akihiko Kaiba. It blows my mind how much of a redemption he got, because every other fucking villain was even worse than him after season 1. I love Kaiba, actually, the more I think about it. What anime do I prefer more? Re:Zero Class and Re-Elite? They're both so good. They both so, like, scratch different itches that I have. Re:Zero with this abundant, deep lore, world building, and mysteries that keeps us constantly guessing. And, like, the depiction of Natsuki Subaru not being like this perfect character, but being so flawed and struggling, and being able to explore a main character showing disgusting faces that you would never imagine from a main character. That's why I believe that Arc 3 in Re:Zero is still quite possibly one of the best arcs of anime that I've watched, genuinely. I think that Arc 3, what it did for me was unfucking real. A lot of people hate it though, because they can't handle Subaru at its lowest. Class and Re-Elite scratches a totally different itch, where it's not really about the world building, right? The mysteries are there, but it's more about the mind games, the deceit, the cunningness, the way that everyone is playing mind games and trying to read between the lines and operating from the shadows, right? It's totally different type of entertainment. Both shows are fantastic. I don't know if I really prefer one or the other. They serve both so well for me. The best non-2024 community that I've seen this year. Non-2024 / community series. There's like a random anime that I've seen this year. I don't know. Can I say Squid Game Season 2? I love that. What's my favorite anime so far in 2025? Probably a split between Solo Leveling and the OG Sun Villainous. Any anime that I watched in my free time after I got dropped? No. There hasn't been any. Because if it got dropped, it probably means it's fucking ass. There are exceptions here and there, but for the most part, no. Because there's a chance that those shows could get picked up again if someone voted it in and we could react to it. So there's like an opportunity there that I don't want to waste. Do I plan on changing the amount of content depending on how my channel is performing? No, I think that right now we have a good balance of 8 videos a day. If I'm actually going to launch cawcawTV 3, which is going to be the Battle Shonen only channel, basically going to do the same thing like my second channel where I focus on one thing, but the flavor of that channel will be Battle Shonen only. There is an opportunity where I, instead of doing 5 reactions a day for like, let's say 4 anime and 1 cartoon with like 4 YouTube video reactions, would I do 6 anime reactions? Or would I take one away from the main channel and give it to this third channel? I don't know. But there's an opportunity for that to be restructured. Change to black shirt? Black shirt doesn't make the chat pop as well. The black shirt also makes the skin tone worse. The white t-shirt is able to reflect the light more directly up. Let me prove to you right now, actually. I actually do prefer the black color. I do. But the thing about the black color is that, like, it may not be that apparent, but the lighting across my face, the black absorbs the light while the white reflects the light up. In terms of having like clearer complexion and skin tone, the white is preferable. You'll notice that when I wear the suit reactions, my skin tone becomes a lot more like saturated because like the light no longer bounces off. So like there's that aspect. From the money I make on YouTube, what do I invest my money in for more money? I mean, the most standard way of investing money is to have tax-free savings account, right? In Canada, there's a thing called a TFSA. In America, there might be called like a Roth IRA. I'm sure that every country has its own tax-sheltered account where the gains that you make from that account, let's say I put in $1,000 into that account and I invested into index funds, ETFs, right? Wide, diversified, you know, portfolios of the best stocks performing, right? And those are only gonna go up. When you sell those stocks at the end, you don't get taxed. The capital gains tax does not exist. So that's one of the most like, this is just like investing, like financial literacy 101, where you put money into a tax-free savings account or a tax-sheltered account. You invest into broad portfolio ETFs, and you're in there for the long game. You're there for 20, 30-year horizon. You're not here to day trade. You're not here to sell that stock and try to time the market. No, you're dollar cost average, meaning every day you have a small amount that's being put in, invested into those ETFs every single day. And by dollar cost averaging, you don't have to think about the volatility of those stocks. You are going to outperform anybody that's picking individual stocks in a long period of time. And that's just how you do investing 101. Find a tax shelter free account, put your money into it, then start dollar cost averaging into an ETF of your choice. When I eventually react to ReZero If Stories, will I be watching a Kid Nuts video? Of course we'll be doing the Kid Nuts video. But there's probably opportunity for us to like double dip into shit like this. And this is probably never gonna happen until like Arc 6 is covered because of spoilers and stuff. But I will be covering it. I just don't want to get spoiled. What type of isekais do I prefer? I prefer isekais like ReZero. Mob Psycho is like ultimate game. Talker is not an isekai, but it's more like, you know, it's like the dungeon crawling, you know, like the dungeon adventure Bokensha shit, right? So in that comparison, I prefer more of like the Talker setting. Mob Psycho was fun. For sure it was fun, but I just like that classic like medieval European setting like Mushoku Tensei, ReZero. It's familiar, it's cozy. When was the last time I saw an anime movie? Or specifically in the cinema? I don't think I've ever seen an anime movie in theaters. The last movie I saw in theaters was probably The Joker back in like, what, 2020? Let's see. What else is there? The best non-anime series / movie that I ever watched. I don't know about ever, but recently, Squid Game Season 2 really stands out to me. I'm just so shocked at how well Squid Game Season 2 did. Like, I thought it was going to be a cheap milking of the first series, just doing the games over again. But the fact that there's a whole separate plot they've been setting up since Season 1 that they're actually executing, it's really cool. What was the reason I started to do reaction videos? Because I realized that working as an employee, even if you have a good white-collar software engineer job, you're never going to get ahead in life. And when I realized that there was reaction channels making my annual salary per month simply by yapping, and when I realized that those videos were actually fucking garbage, I decided I think I could do better. So I did. Do I think Code Geass and 86 are overrated by people who say, I don't know about Code Geass because I haven't finished it yet, right? But 86? Oh, every time 86 gets brought up, I end up triggering so many people. I think 86 is a phenomenal anime. I think that the themes that it tackles, the existential crisis, the symbolism, the Shin story with the brother and, you know, Shisho Mirize, you know, the red blood lily Mirize later on. It's such a good show. For sure, it's such a great show. It's phenomenal writing. But at the same time, this show is like baby's first deep anime. As in, like, 14-year-olds sees their first, like, deeper anime through 86, and suddenly they talk as if this is the pinnacle of deep writing. And I laugh at that. Not because 86 is bad, but because of how many fucking children goes on to overglaze 86. And that's why I believe it's overrated. It is a peak show, but god damn, it's so fucking annoying to hear children constantly fucking talk about 86 like it's the next coming of Christ. Honestly, even though I can objectively say 86 is a phenomenal anime, I personally don't like it. You know why? Because I don't care about fucking sob stories. I hate depressing melodrama. No matter how well written the show is, the entire show is a fucking vibe killer. Every episode is just, oh my god, the end of the world, everyone's gonna die, so depressing, bonds are being broken, this guy has so much fucking PTSD and trauma and he keeps carrying it forward. I'm like, I just want to turn my brain off and watch something fun. 86, again, great anime. It's just not for me. Who's my favorite anime MC? Again, I just don't really have a favorite anime MC, but Anna Koji is Anna Koji is me for real. Gonna cover Gacha Guta. We're gonna try at least one episode, like everything, and if it does well, then we continue. If not, we go off. If ever anyone wants to create a channel, what would you suggest, quality or quantity? That's not really for me to decide, right? I've given you the pros and cons of my main channel and my second channel. But in order, and it's easy probably to start off, you know, focusing on that quality of, well, quality and quantity is not a good comparison of my main channel and my second channel. I don't think that my second channel video reactions has more quality. My reactions are pretty garbage, honestly. It's very low effort content. I just fucking do one off and we just laugh at it and we just have fun. There's no script writing involved. There's no deep fucking thought process involved. I just go live and I just watch shit and I have fun. In terms of quality versus quantity, do you want to... Here's the thing. Do you know how depressing it is to spend a month script writing, editing, voice acting, and trying to make one banger? But what if that video fails? You wouldn't feel good about it. But what if there's a fucking garbage reaction channel like me that just constantly pumps out videos on a daily basis, and even though the average viewership will never be as high as those quality channels, the monthly viewership will be so much better. In that aspect, I would choose quantity over quality. In terms of comparing my main and second channel, it's not quality or quantity, it's more like volume versus accuracy, I guess. Because my main channel is pumping out so much fucking volume of content, which is quite inaccurate in terms of trying to make videos for a broader, like, for my main audience. I'm just really... My main channel is honestly like 10 channels in one. I'm just juggling a lot of topics. And because it's so inaccurate of how I'm able to, you know, utilize my entire audience, my sub count, the average viewership is going to be low. But still, the monthly viewership is going to be high. The second channel, you're way more accurate. You're precise pinpoint. Therefore, the average viewership is way higher. But monthly viewership is going to be lower because of the sheer amount of volume that's contrasted. And just because you're more accurate does not mean you can continue to pumping out that content, right? You're limited by the amount of content you have, and you don't want viewer saturation either. I can't upload 3 fucking Ben 10 reactions a day. That's not gonna do, that's not gonna work the magic. So there's pros and cons of everything. Do I have any ideas for the mascot of cawcawTV 3? Not yet. What's my PC specs? GTX 3070 something? Intel i9 quad core, I think. Do I have any speech anxiety in front of many people? I used to, until I was thrown into situations where I had to go get over it. And through shock therapy, I become a very extroverted person. Can I show you my shape? What shape? Index for Misaka? Neither. Komoe-sensei. Is Shiro from Fate a good main character? The way that Unlimited Blade Works is going with positioning Shiro as this, like, hero, like that person disillusioned with the heroic reveries, I don't think Shiro is gonna be the type of character that I glaze like Kiritsugu. I think Shiro is supposed to be like the foil to Kiritsugu. I think Shiro is supposed to be like this perfect ideal of what a hero is. Someone that goes on to save others, not because they need to, but because they want to. Because they just want to be a hero, because they don't want others to suffer like them again. But that kind of character I don't really like. I don't like those White Knight characters. You've seen my reactions. You've seen how much I enjoy these trashy, shitty characters, right? Rather than like White Knight characters. But we'll see. We'll let Shiro cook. Let's see how he becomes. What anime did I hate dropping the most? Frieren? Apothecary Diaries? Dungeon Meshi? Fucking killed me that I couldn't cover those when it was airing in everyone else's channels, bro. It's like that one meme of Squidward looking out a window of his house while you see Patrick and SpongeBob running outside happy and stuff, and Squidward just looking down at them. That was me, bro. Because my channel wasn't big enough and we didn't have the audience to capitalize on those series, and I was watching everybody just pop the fuck off. Multiple 10k plus videos, like views every fucking video, and I was like, whatever, I'll just keep my head down and just grind. If I did have a gaming channel, would I do collabs with other streamers, friends, in multiplayer games? Would I just try to... I would only do community. I think that collaboration gaming content with other streamers and friends is so fucking boring and disrespectful to the people watching you. And this is just an opinion, but when I tune into a stream and that stream is literally just the streamer interacting in a voice chat with other streamers, completely neglecting chat and just doing their own thing, I don't feel a personal connection. I feel like I'm just observing a friend group just like enjoy themselves, and I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna leave. For me, I care about engaging with my community, and therefore I don't give a fuck about multiplayer games. I care about entertaining my audience and what they want to do, because you need to create that engaging community. But again, that's just my opinion. Clearly there is other streamers that play video games, multiplayer lobbies with other streamers in voice chat while completely neglecting the chat, and they still do really well. So obviously there is a demand for that, but to me personally, when I watch those streams, I feel like, alright. The anime I'm looking most forward to the most season? I told you, Villainous. Villainous Oji-san is the most anticipated one. Who had a better speech, Ichikawa or Subaru? Neither. Yuki from Roshtere did. Fuck it. Annoying type of character that I hate. The fake hero in the isekai. In an isekai show where there's always that fucking trashy blonde hero. The White Knight type of characters, I fucking hate those types. Which community anime is my favorite so far? I don't know if there's been a favorite, but right now, I'm really enjoying QQ. It's a nice refreshing break from all the despair from Steins Gate. Favorite character that is not accelerated from Index? Komoi Sensei! Have I watched Game of Thrones and House of Dragon? No. Preferred tag? Smegma. Favorite moment in Coat? Anything revolving Koenji. Literally, put Koenji in, I'm peaking. Koenji's Dragon Boy moment. Koenji's luxury yacht moment. Koenji air drying, looking himself in the mirror moment. Koenji getting a fucking body massage moment. Koenji fucking showing up naked after showering early and working out during the camping arc moment. Koenji unfortunately missed T-Rex moment. Koenji flexing on Hirata Boy moment. Koenji shitting on Yamauchi moment. Just Koenji. It's just Koenji. Why is there a banner pick a fast food menu? Well, it's a Costco. And if you're not North American, maybe you don't know about the Costco hot dog. They're $1.50. Again, it's a relatability standpoint. It's the fact that Costco won't budge their price point of $1.50 even though everything else is getting more expensive. And a lot of people enjoy Costco $1.50 hot dogs, so do I. So I just put it there. Not really anything too important. I just put it there. I think it's a relatable thing for a lot of people. Favorite anime that aired in 2024? I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. I really enjoyed Dandadan though. Until the end. I really enjoyed ReZero too. Soul Leveling was really hype. Danmachi was also really peak for me too. I really enjoyed Danmachi. Do I plan on brute forcing another anime before the new season releases or just Rent a Girlfriend? Only Rent a Girlfriend. Unless there's like a brand new series that's about to drop that's really anticipated, like Dungeon Mesh or something, right? Getting a release date. It's just Rent a Girlfriend for now. To me, does a mystery plot twist lose impact points if no clues for you to piece it together? Yeah. Like, if there's nothing for me to work with and you just like hit me in the back of the head with some twist, it's just like, alright, sure. But it's like, I prefer it if you give me hints to work with, or else it's just kind of pointless of like, alright, you just did this for shits and giggles. Okay, sure. It's not really great writing, honestly. It's you just hit us in the back of the head. Wow, surprise. What rom-com series do I like the most? Series like Dangers in My Heart, Kaguya-sama, Tomo-chan is a Girl, Makein, like those are some really great ones recently. With the upcoming poll you'll be having in the second channel, do I have any further intentions? Nope. Honestly, the poll in the second channel is a rhetorical poll to get my audience in the second channel more used to the system of where I ask you, you comment, most like comments will then be made into a poll. Of course, Ben 10's gonna win. But the point of the poll is not really that. It's just to have repetitions within that audience to make them understand how the shit works. Do I see 100 Girlfriends different from the standard ecchi harem rom-com show, or is it just the same in general? It's different. It's different because the standard ecchi harem rom-com show is not self-aware. It just kind of leans into those degenerate shit. 100 Girlfriends is different. It's cringe to say, but may I say that it's a deconstruction of those shows? It's very aware of what it's doing, right? Similar to Eminence in Shadow, right? Where it's very aware of how cringe it is. The more that you embrace those elements and go fucking all out with it, the better it's kind of well received by the audience. Are there any shows that have bad copyright on YouTube, but you would want to react to them with chat anyways? Shangri-La Frontier, but again, I don't have time to do that on stream because every moment in stream is an important moment that could be spent on recording something else. That could be a YouTube video or even a Patreon exclusive. There is no Twitch exclusive content. Which anime do I think has done the best execution of Power Friendship trope? None. I fucking hate Power Friendship. What are your thoughts on Archer for Fate? Bro is a... I don't know. He's weird. Keeping his identity secret. There's some connection with like Emi Ashiro since the last episode. He seems to be almost like a house husband. Get him a fucking apron and let him fucking sweep up the Tosaka mansion. Top 5 isekais? I don't know, but ReZero Mushoku Tensei is definitely up there. You could probably put Tensuru up there too. I just wish the anime had a better adaptation. After that, it's just mix and match of anything, right? People say Overlord's amazing. People say Tanya the Saga is amazing. I haven't seen those. I've seen Eminence in Shadow. Eminence in Shadow is great. Konosuba is also great too. Personally, I love Spider Deska. So I'm a spider, so what? Kumo Deska, but the anime adaptation was really garbage. So the top 3 probably though is top 2 is definitely ReZero Mushoku Tensei, and then you just kind of bring in the other shit. Favorite community anime from 2024? I'd have to go back and check them. I did really enjoy watching SAO though. SAO Alicization was really fun to finish. Index has been also really fun too. Do I collect figures? I don't. I've never bought an anime figurine in my life. Never really bought anime merch, to be honest. I know that you know that I know that you farted at a gym and thought no one saw, you know. Got it. Is there ever a thought of changing the profile picture of the channel? Kind of, as like a rebrand, but I don't really know exactly what profile picture I'd change it to. It's not a priority. What's the funniest comedy anime I've ever watched? Honestly, I'm not too sure. I think most comedy animes are not funny. Probably default answer is like Konosuba, right? What anime do I hate the most? There's an anime that I dropped midway through a reaction in my first channel where I crashed out and just mauled it and ended the recording. It was called Tensai OG. Basically, it's like a genius prince that's in debt but uses his geniusness to like get himself out of debt. It's got a white hair girl named Ninim, which made it worth watching. But that show is the pinnacle of the main character isn't smart, everyone else is retarded. In Classroom of the Elite, I can tell that other characters are smart. I can tell that everyone has some next level mind games that they're doing. In Tensai OG, Genius Prince, the main character is just normal, common sense, and everyone is actually fucking retarded. And that shit made me so mad that I stopped the recording mid-session and said, I hate this shit. I dropped it, and guess what? That video actually was the best performing video on my channel at that time, because people just wanted to see me crash out and get mad. Anyways, that's it from me. No more. We're cutting off the Q&A. It's been going too long. 37 minutes. See you next time.